Well, good morning. Here it is, November, and it's 58 degrees outside. Our puppies have gone for a walk. Now they're ready to knock me around. And Luna, Baloo, you don't need to whine so much. Don't whine so much. It's not a pretty sound coming from you. You're a good boy, and you know Grandpa's doing what he can for you. Just don't whine so much, okay? He really wants to lick me in the face. But nobody likes his licks in the face, and he doesn't know why. You guys don't know how good it is. All right. Well, I am going to discuss. Um, I will be discussing my personal experience with AI, and this is actually one of those things I screwed up. So when you're talking with the AIs, and this goes for all of the major ones, 4.0, 401, and on ChatGPT or Claude, uh, Google Gemini, it is currently best to take steps and not tell them the whole map. Because sometimes they get confused. And I would say actually, most of the time, they will get confused. I say most of the time, more than 50%. So what I did was I had some data from a business unit about how they want some stuff to be configured into different scenarios. Long list of scenarios, long list of data. And I gave it the data and said, I'll be taking this data and progressing through a Selenium project to create uh, different scenarios. So let's break it down. This is actually quite a task for even a seasoned software developer. Now, what I should have done as the seasoned software developer is break it down um, by something like what would be the first process step I would do as a seasoned developer, and just ask for that. Because what I got back from the first question was good, but a lot of it either was done or was so far off we didn't know if it was going to be right or not, and it wasn't really action steps that I could take and help create uh, my planning. It was how's that, Luna? You pretty girl. Yes, you want me to put tug of war? Well, let me get a hold of it, you scallywag. Okay, so instead, like I said, I broke it down to a smaller step, And when I did the smaller step, it did a really good job. It really gave me some good information. Ah, yes. Yes, Daddy's got it. What are you gonna do now? Whoa, yeah, got it away from me. It's like, yeah, Dad, I got it. My toy, but okay, I got it back. Come on, you can do it. Don't give up on me. Come on. Uh, 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 uh. Okay, so, and in software, we have things called sprints, and that is a good frame of reference for right now with this software. And I want to back up a second. I've seen many videos where people that use it on a regular basis are able to write the response questions to better refine their big question to get something more meaningful out of it. And you could do that. However, what I'm telling you is something you can maybe give something and you'll get almost what you want, and then you can refine it easier. Um, so in sprints, we do a small something, and then you learn from it, and then you go to the next thing. And the idea behind it is sprint one, we need a button to pull this data. So in the sprints, you add the button. I'm simplifying a little bit, but you understand that it's an incremental. Okay, now we have the button. What's and when the button's clicked, it maybe in the sprint, the button is added and a call to an API for the data is sent. Okay, we call the API and we have what was sent back. Okay, in this sprint, that data that was sent back, we're going to pull it into the website so we can use it. Okay, here's all the data. Did we pull it in? Yes, it's into the file. That's the second sprint. So now we have a button that pulls the data and we have the data. What's the next thing we want to do? Well, since we have the data, we want to display the data to the user or update some stuff. Well, let's keep it real simple. We have the data. We have the button to pull the data. Those are two sprints. Third sprint, we want to display the data. Now let's say we'll start off with sprint, that's sprint three, right? Uh, with sprint three, we display the data, but it's very raw, very raw. Sprint four, you you get feedback from the people that see the data and they say, I need to sort it, I need to filter it, I need all these other things. So let's say you spend a couple of sprints taking the data and getting into a format that people can really consume the data effectively. So now you're like 5 sprints in. But you see, each step is what you would be interacting with the AI about. Don't talk about the fact that there's a button and data and we're going to display it and we're going to have to filter it and we're going to have to do this. You don't need to give it all that. You could. And like I said, there's some people that do and they refine it back. But if you can break it down into the simple steps, it is much more effective when communicating with the AI. So I think that's all I wanted to talk about was the fact that there's at this level right now, a lot of this needs to be these simple steps. And a lot of times we're more effective, even humans, at the simple steps. Many times when we talk to our business colleagues or something like that, they may want to better understand the full gambit. And there is some discussions of that. But actually, in truth, the reason why software developed the sprint technology or sprint methodology of doing things in little bites is because we usually don't do well in the big ones, the big scheme of things. Ugh. Well, there goes my camera. I have some puppy dogs that are having quite the time. They are destroying almost everything. Oh, good. Nothing's broken on my glass. Yay! So I'm going to not put this back down. They're sitting there panting away. Uh, they are having quite the morning. I took them for a long walk too, and they still have tons of energy. So, all right, that's all I had. I just wanted to talk about the fact that how you could effectively use the AI currently. Later on, the AI, I think, will be a little bit better partner in doing the other part. But it's not quite there. Uh, and some people will push back on that and say, well, I got some pretty good stuff. And that's true. Sometimes, especially when you do brainstorming sessions with it, it has a very good input on a lot of the session stories. So it, when I say it's not quite there, it shows not as precise, effective responses as breaking down the steps, but it still does pretty good. So there you go. I'm done. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'm going to go get these happy puppies. I'm going to actually give them some flea medicine. Two of them don't give a shit. You put the flea medicine on them, and they're like, oh, cool, and then it's good for them. The other one like thinks I'm trying to stab it in the back. That's Baloo, the the brown one. He thinks it's, oh no, don't put that on me. Ah! Yeah, he's a drama queen when it comes to that. The other two just you stick it on there and they're kind of like, huh, what's that? And then I give them a little treat to say thank you for doing that. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye for now.